Special right triangles is an interesting way of saying these triangles are unusual, unique. There's only two of them, and they actually come from a geometric construction. If you look at a triangle like here, if you look at a square and you cut that square into two triangles by drawing the diagonal, then each one of those triangles is what we call an isosceles right triangle. And the diagonal of that square that we created is the square root of 2 times the leg. So if I know a leg has a unit of like 1 inch, the diagonal would be 1 times the square root of 2, or square root of 2 inches, which is about 1.4. If I knew that the diagonal had that the square had a side of 5 inches, then the diagonal would be 5 times the square root of 2 inches. Okay, we call it a 45-45-90 triangle, and the length of the hypotenuse is square root of 2 times the length of the leg. So we don't always have to have it. It's constructed as a diagonal of a square, but when we see it by itself, we see it looks something like this very often. So when I want to find the length of a leg, or the length of the hypotenuse, I can apply my special right triangle formulas. So this is what that would look like. If I know the leg, I find the hypotenuse by multiplying by the square root of 2. Okay, so my leg here is 13. I actually know that this leg on this side will also be 13. And this will equal 13 times the square root of 2. And we just write square root of 2 after it. 13 times the square root of 2 is just a number. It doesn't really matter what the numerical value is if we're writing it as a radical. If I wanted to determine what that was numerically, I would simply enter it into a calculator. It would tell me that it's about 18.4. Okay? So it's about 18.4. Okay? Now, the other one is, what if I know the hypotenuse, or if I knew the diagonal of a square? I can find the leg, but I have to divide by the square root of 2. Okay, so if I wanted to find what this leg over here is, I'll show you what it looks like, but then we'll talk about how you actually would write this. It says 15 square root of 2 divided by the square root of 2. Now, we're only looking at stuff where we have a square root of 2 like this in the hypotenuse. You'll notice that just cancels out. So it's just plain old 15. Okay? Now, if you had a number like if it said that it was 10 or some 11, 13, whatever, just any other number, you would simply divide it by the square root of 2. Okay? And you could approximate that in the calculator, or you could leave it like that. Okay? Let's look at our second special right triangle. Now, this one is an equilateral triangle. And we've drawn the altitude. So you're looking at an altitude of a triangle here. That's a right angle. And what that really makes is it really makes two special right triangles, what we call 30, 60, 90 triangles. Again, 30, 60, 90, that's the angles. And there's some special properties about these triangles. The side that's 30 degrees is the smallest side. We call that x. The side that's opposite 60 is the long leg, and that's x times the square root of 3. And finally, the hypotenuse is 2 times x. So the hypotenuse is twice as long as the short side. And you can see that kind of makes sense, because remember that in this original triangle, the equilateral triangle, each one of these sides has a length of 2x, but this altitude cuts that one in half. Okay? So let's look at how we would find a few of these kind of straightforward. If I know the hypotenuse, if I know the short 30-degree side, I can find the other sides. So this is 3. I'll say that's x, right? This over here would be 2x, and this would be x times the square root of 3. So v would be 3 times the square root of 3. And u would be 2 times 3, or 6. So that's all that you have to do. Once you know the little side, you just multiply by the square root of 3 or multiply by 2. Okay? Finally, if we know the 60-degree side, you have to find the short leg first and then the hypotenuse. Okay? So this is x squared of 3, if you will. So if I wanted to figure out what x was, well, cancel out that square root of 3. X is 4. Okay? This side here is x, and this side here is 2x. So the bottom side, b, would be plain old 4. A would be 8. Again, I have to find the short leg first. The last one that we're going to look at really quickly is the hypotenuse. You still find the short leg first, then the long leg. Okay, so we have uv and 12. 12 is 2x. Okay, that's that side. That's the 2x side. So if I figured this out, if 12 equals 2x, then I divide by 2, right? So I know that x equals 6, so that my short side is 6. And this side here, u would be x squared of 3, but remember x is 6, so it would be 6 times the square root of 3. Okay? Now guys, this is for special right triangles. You do not have to do it this way. You can use trigonometry. Okay? In other words, if I wanted to find u or v given the sides that we have this thing at 12, I can still use trig. And to use trig, it would look like this. Okay? I'd still can do the same thing. So I'd want to start with my opposite, hypotenuse, and adjacent. And I would use SOHCAHTOA. So in this case, I know the hypotenuse. If I wanted to find the opposite v, opposite and hypotenuse would be sine. So I could write sine of 30 degrees equals v divided by 12. Multiply both sides by 12, and I end up with v is equal to 12 times sine of 30. Okay? So 12 times sine 30 is 6. Okay? Now if I want to do the other one to find u, that would be cosine. So cosine of 30 equals u divided by 12. Multiply both sides by 12, and I end up with u is equal to 12 times cosine 30. Okay? So 12 cosine 30 is 10.4. So we got 6 and 10.4. In the previous one, when we solved it with the special right triangles, we got 6 and 6 square root of 3. So we have a slightly different answer. We have 10.4 and 6 square root of 3. But if we check that out, if I type that in, 6 square root of 3, you can see that it's 10.4. It's the same value. Okay? So I'm hoping that makes sense. You can do this with trigonometry, or you can do it with what we call the special right triangles. If you do the special right triangles, if you see some questions like that, and you want to try it, feel free. There are, on the Unit 6 overview, there's the last 5 questions are quote-unquote special right triangles. You can solve them using special right triangles, or you can solve them with trigonometry. It's really up to you. Special right triangles is just kind of like a bonus topic.